This is my next project. It's very old. It's probably about 100 years old. It's a Stutz, made in Cincinnati, Ohio. S-U-T-Z. That part of the label after the Z is missing, so I have to look it up and see if it was like Sutzman or who knows. Anyway, it's very old. It's a 12 fret guitar. It is not a parlor guitar. It's what you would probably call then a concert guitar. And the main thing is when you measure from here, from the nut to the saddle, it measures 26 complete. That means it's basically got a 25 and 7/8 long scale. Very long scale. This guitar came to me with 12 to 54 strings on it. And they're new strings, and the guitar had a good sound, but it's just too heavy for a scale length of that nature on a guitar this old. The back has been taken off. Somebody had glued veneer into the spaces between the back braces, and he took the back off, removed the veneer. I don't know if they put it under the top too or not, but there's been all kinds of attempts at guitar repair. Anyway, it's been rebraced, X-braced. There's a new rosewood bridge that looks old. And the neck, let's say it's 100-year-old guitar neck that's had these heavy strings on it and everything. And now I don't have my feeler gauge. I would like to. Oh well. So 3/1000ths. 3/1000ths of an inch thick, 100-year-old fretboard, original frets. Look, there's no bow. This won't go under these frets. And we're good till the 12th, and then there's fall off. And I see no evidence of this neck being reset, which is good in itself. I'm afraid that the heavy strings have kind of, we're off a slight bit. We're off more than a 16th in neck angle. It's about a 16th low. Anyway, the owner really likes this guitar. He's done everything but the frets. He's going to keep it, and wants new medium frets with a slight arch to the fretboard. These frets are really well worn, but they could probably be saved. I would tend to save them myself. But part of what I'm going to do is try to gain a little bit more neck angle when I put the curve in the neck. I'll take a little more off here than here. Excuse me. In the process of getting this kind of level and straight. It's already level and straight, but we're going to add a curve. Anyway, this is my latest little project. We'll see what happens. So, first step will be to get these frets out. This is a nice, useful tool from Stumac. It's just a pair of flush cutters. And we'll zoom in a little bit. There's lots of ways to remove these. Not lots, but you can heat them. You can run a soldering iron over it, get it nice and hot, and that will probably help remove them. The fretboard is kind of dug out under the E and B string, and we're going to be sanding most of it, so I don't worry about fretboard damage as much as I might. Anyway, I assume that there will be some chips from the removal of the frets. And the next best thing is to take your time and work them as much as you can. I start from the edge and just kind of try to creep this thing underneath, and it's going to take a while. And this thing you see is chomping back those little splinters as it's lifting the fret. It's a nice tool. It's a simple tool. I'm all for simple tools. But some of the stuff they sell with gets a little... It's not the tool, it's the worker. Anyway, we're going to pull these frets out. I could keep doing it until it comes out. I suppose that would be nice for the viewer. We're still not all the way under it even. We're still trying to get under the center part of it. Here we go. Yeah, we're just... Meow. There we go. And really, we'll zoom in a little more until it won't focus. There's really no damage. What I'm doing is looking at the fretboard, trying to get an idea of the material. It looks like it's probably rosewood. This is a good guitar. It has a solid spruce top. I don't know what the back and sides are. I'll look and report back later. Anyway, we're going to keep pulling these frets until they're all gone. It takes a toll on your hand. It does. I always start at the ends. Always. Just the very end. You can creep along and keep opening up that space. This is number 12. It's a 12 fret guitar. 12 fret guitars are real guitars. 14 fret guitars represent the end of common sense and generation of sound in stringed instruments. Banjo player comes into Martin and says, "I want a nice guitar with a long neck." We'll just move everything that way, 2 frets. We'll take the bridge out of the area of the top where it should be and move it towards the sound hole where it won't work. It makes noise. 14 fret guitars will make good noise. But you take everything from that 14 fret guitar and turn it into a 12 fret guitar. It will be noticeably better as a 12 fret guitar in tone, volume, and playability. Thank you very much. Anyway, we've taken another fret out. There's virtually no chipping. No chipping, no chipping. We have one chip someplace back here. And it's very possible to glue the chip back in. It's right here. It hasn't even come out yet. Moving right along. Oh, they're all out, and really, we got one chip there and one there, and they're so far in the curve of the future, they'll probably disappear. So we have been using our eyes This is a 3/1000 of an inch thick feeler gauge, and this is a guaranteed straight edge. I proofed this on a surface plate with a very thin feeler gauge. Anyway, what I discovered was the neck was pretty much flat until here, and then there was a slight upturn, believe it or not. So I've removed that. Anyway, what we do is right here I still have a low spot, but this is 3/1000, so that's less than the thickness of a piece of copy paper. Right there it goes under, and then it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good, pretty much up till here. And like I say, in the beginning, there was quite a dip here. This thing would go from here to here. And so what you do is you look for the low spot. Or basically, the first thing I'm doing is establishing a coplanar line or surface. Oh, here's the low spot. It's like at the 3rd fret. So then I take my sandpaper. I'm going to have to lower the side here. And probably a little here, remembering the pearl is a little harder to sand. Anyway, I'm going to keep doing this until the very center line of this has no high or low spots, and I'll change this to probably a 2 or a 0015, so that there will be it'll be accurate within plus or minus 1/1000 of an inch. It will be flat. So I've started the process of creating the arch. Before I do too much of it, I want to see where I am along this edge, because I'm probably going to have dips too. Okay, as I said, see here it's high. It's high here, and the dip starts right here and goes to the 7th fret. So I'll do the same thing to that edge and fade it into this that I've already done. And might as well check this one too. This is the E string edge. This one I've done work on. Look, it's already I've been kind of hitting this one a lick as this here is called drop off, and anyway, I know to do a little more here to blend this curve in so that there's not so much drop off, yada yada yada. We know this has got to come down. I just leave the camera on I don't normally leave the camera on when I'm doing these long, repetitive moves. See, this stuff doesn't get used as much, so it cuts a little quicker. We're just getting started with our fretboard arch. Well, just for the hell of it. We're good along the whole thing again. Center this edge. That leaves this. I've hit it a few more licks. Let's see where I believe we're good. Hold on now. Yeah, we're good up to about the 12th fret. Then we have what's called fall off. But we're within 15 minutes of going from the 60 grit to like a 180, and then I'll change to a 2000s thick feeler. That's actually what this one is. To get it plus or minus 1,000. Then we'll be ready to arch the frets to match this curve. This green tape, and what that does is set my depth. I can just look down in here and see that I've met the requirement. This is about 10 to 20 thousandths deeper than the fret tang. So I went out and found it right where I thought I might find it. It's just the Whiz Bang Stumac fret wire bender. So what I've done is you just take your straight fret wire and start feeding it in with the tang going into a slot in this drive wheel. Alright? So I'm just showing the actual arch. It's quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty good. We could calculate the actual radius. It's probably 10. I'm going to guess 10. You know, tight ones are 9. This could be as much as 12. We don't have a full half circle here, so it wouldn't be easy, but I'm just showing that there is a significant arch, because when you take only a minor segment, you don't see so much of it. And what I've done is laid it into this groove here, into there. As I'm testing the bend, I bring it over here and lay it into these grooves. And I'm happy with the arch. I mean, it's definitive.